We have the square root of x and x minus 2. State the domain and range of each of them. I'll color code them again. This will be blue. This will be green. So for f of x, our domain is bigger than or equal to 0. Our range is bigger than or equal to 0. That's a square root graph. And for g of x, our domain is everything because it's a line. Our range is everything. Given q of x, why did they use q? Quotient. Write an explicit equation for q of x. So all we have to do is write the values in there. Square root of x over x minus 2. Determine its domain and range. Well, domain, it has to be bigger than 0. And also, x can't equal 2. So you look at the domains of your two original functions and only take where they overlap. And then you also have to look if you have any non-permissible values. Now the non-permissible values are really easy to see from the equation, especially when you write the explicit equation. We're going to type this into our graphing calculator. Why can't it be negative? Because then you would take a square root of a negative. Yes, we need it to be greater than 0. Oh. Mode, I'm going to go back to that math print. So we have the square root of x on the top and x minus 2. Yes. No, it won't. It'll be the same graph. So storing x only affects things outside of the graph. And then when you've done that, when you go into the graph, it ignores that. Okay, so we have an asymptote at x equals 2. The graph approaches the asymptote, so you can see, here I'll just drag this over here. No, make it a little smaller. So we would have an asymptote right here. Our graph goes down forever this way, up forever this way. And it appears that there is an asymptote at y equals 0 as well. So as far as our range goes, you might be tempted to just say y can't equal 0 because of that asymptote. However, what happens when you plug in 0 for x? Right here, it is actually equal to 0. So our range in this case is everything. Once again, you will get questions that ask you about the domain. Because the range can have so many interesting things happen to it, you will most likely not get questions about the range, unless it's a graph that falls into chapter 2. But we didn't do any square root graphs over x minus 2. This isn't a rational equation because we have a radical on top. So the questions we can do for practice for number 2 are 6, 13, and 16.